for deadline stream of mine, because tomorrow, when it's the real deadline, I'll be off, and I wanted to prepare a deadline stream because I feel like this week is important and wanted to share everything that's around it. So let's hope that we have some fun, and let's hope that we are going to be yeah, having a lot of fun. That's the goal, and to do some things. Okay, let's see what's going on. Why I'm not seeing myself. Okay, I'm here. So yeah, everyone, welcome. Whoever is here, we'll read some injury news and we're going to discuss some moves. So welcome to everyone that wanted to tune in. Let's go and see. My team, a lot of flags. At least no one else is flagged, so I need to see what's going to go with my team and how I'm going to plan it. So yeah, let's see. The injury updates. Ooh. Some injury updates. Isaac faces a late check to see if he can feature against Fulham this weekend. Okay, it's not the yep, yes, a stream. I cannot be tomorrow present, so I am putting out early stream just to see what we can do and how we can rely on things. No, the injury he suffered at Molino said to Dub. However, the Swedish striker has separate toe problem, which renders him a concern for game week 5. It was a strange one with his eye. The ball just grazed his eye, and we felt at the time that was the main reason for him coming off the pitch. Then he had a knock to his foot as well, so he got sort of combination of the two. We'll make a decision today. That sounds like a concussion to me, and they're just not saying it. But okay, let's see. There is no Callum Wilson back. He will now be until after the October international break, so that's a lot of time. I think we're looking with Callum to be fit the next international. Okay. If Isaac doesn't make it, either will be Osula or Anthony Gordon up top. That leaves Gordon, who did a really good job against Wolves, and Will Osula, who has done really well since he's been with us. I know he hasn't played any minutes yet, but we've been delighted with his progress. Hello, Tottenham for life. Nice to see you, man. Lascelles, Botman, and Miley also remain out. Okay, so I feel like Isaac is out, but let's see. Joao Pedro is back in training for Brighton, and the Seagulls will still have to make a late call on his moment this weekend. Okay. But Pedro had trained that day. For the training will follow today. He will train today with the team, and then we'll have to see how it's going. If he can train fully, if he can do all the movements. Of course, we won't take any risk, but he will be part of the training today. Okay, that's at least promising. Matt O'Reilly, ankle, James Milner, and Gruda remain out, with Joao Soli March, is on the grass. Okay. The rehab players continue the rehab pretty good. Yeah. Weaver is back, so that's good for their midfield. Arne Slot. Liverpool will check the availability of Alisson. Ooh, that's a little bit worrying for their defense. Brazilian goalkeeper missed training on Thursday and will be assessed to see if he can return to the grass on Friday. Yep, that will be a good thing if he can return. Alisson is still doubt he can train today, so let's see. Then if he can't, he will probably not play as well, so we have to wait and see. Of course, he has slight issue with one of his muscles, and we wonder if the game tomorrow is coming too early or not. I think he did not make it from the Milan game. It happened a bit before, but after the Milan game, he felt it more and more. That's a little bit concerning. Now we have to wait and see if he's ready. Harvele, there are no other concerns. Was asked about Darwin Nunes' lack of start. Same like all the others, work really hard and then the goals will come. I think that's also what he did when he came against Milan. First of all, you come in for a team and that's a result of that attacker score goals. But after, before with Lucho and with Mo and with Diogo, if you play in a team like Liverpool, you always score your goals or get your assists. For me, it's mainly about the work we do without the ball and they can score goals and assists. I know that's the same with Darwin. He will get his chance in the near future. We play a lot of games and I think he's fitter and fitter now, understands day by day better what we expect, but he's in competition with Diogo, who in my and our opinion has done really well in the last games. I think Darwin came back with a lot of confidence from Copa America. He scored some goals. Hello top of the plant. Good afternoon, Ricardo. Nice to see you guys. Darwin always had confidence. He has every right to have this confidence because everywhere he's played, he scored goals. Blah 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 blah. So nothing certain there. For Manchester City, Pep Guardiola says he doesn't know whether Kevin De Bruyne will be fit enough. Okay, if he feels good today, but not yet. Today is off, tomorrow training, and we'll see. Could be involved. Okay, Bob and Ake are definitely out. Guardiola was asked if Phil Foden benefited from a lack of international action. Every player needs a break. He had some disturbances in the last weeks, but he played a good 45 minutes. He was the best player in the league last season, so of course we need him to make competition and fight with the other midfield players, the other wingers. It's important he is back. Unfortunately, in the final decision, he was not a little more calm to take it, but his intensity, his pressing, he's one of the best in the world. You can imagine how pleased I am that he's back. Yeah, I think he's ready for 90 minutes, so maybe Foden will start. So that's a good thing. Unai had already eased fears about Oli Watkins. The striker was hooked on the arrow and was later seen. Blah blah blah. He's available 100% to play. So that's interesting. He had some problems like the others, but not relevant. I think he's of course sometimes stopping because we have to protect the players. But now he's completely 100%. Oof. So yeah, Watkins is going to be interesting. Jadon Filgon has joined the injury list, so not too good for him. Minks and Kamara have been set list for a long time now, but are nearing comebacks. Much cash would be nearing a return. That was expected to keep him for 3 to 4 weeks, so the time has almost passed. Chelsea, Gusto and Wavia were pictured back in training earlier this week, but the game comes too soon for the former. There was no mention of Lavia in players returning, so the midfielder may not be ready either. Rhys James and Kellyman remain sidelined. Fernandes and Howe have recovered from illness to feature. Okay, that's good for them. There was more praise for Jadon Sancho since he arrived. He's working hard, blah blah blah. Christopher Nkunku was asked about challenge Nicholas Jackson. We used Christo as a 9 in the last game. In the last 10 minutes, he's completely different to Nicholas in terms of quality skills. Nico is a number 9. Christo is not a real number 9. It's more we can use him as a 9, but in a different way. We can use Christo as a 9, Christo in the pocket. He doesn't like to play wide, he prefers to be inside, more in the center of the pitch, we know that, but sometimes for balance, sometimes they have to play in a position that's not best for one of them. Chris to play against City in the first game of the season in a wider area as a winger, but the important thing is they adapt and try to be their best, so nothing certain there as well. Arsenal. So guys, if you have any questions, ask them. I'm here to answer everything. Don't think that I'm only reading injury news, but we'll have a lot of discussions here and we'll try to look at some pictures for this week and see how it's going on. After a Thursday night Champions League and an early morning flight back from Italy, there was no proper press conference. Faced a couple of journalists in more intimate setting and reported no fresh concerns from Atalanta. California and Saka both feature. Odegaard, Merino, Tomiyasu, Tierney remain out, and Zinchenko is out with the calf issue. No update timeline on Odegaard, especially we need to see the development in the next week or so, how the ankle reacts first of all, and then Zafar, head of sport medicine, will give me an update on the time frame, how long he can be out for. Declan Rice returns from domestic suspension following his game week 3 ban. Okay, so Rice is back in midfield, Jorginho is back, and most probably they will use Partey against City, so it's going to be a very defensive lineup for Arsenal in my opinion next week. Odegaard has joined the Spurs injury list, oh that's bad, which still contains Richarlison and Wang Xier, whoever that guy is. Bissouma has trained and should be available. Timo Werner is also fine. Okay. Hello, Jason. I assume is owning Kala, Salah, and Saka viable? Yes, if you can make it possible, and if you can have proper players around them, why not? I would try to offload Salah in recent weeks, but maybe after 7 if you're on the 3 of them and your lineup is good. So yeah, if you can fit an Arsenal defender and Bumo and maybe Trent, that's more than enough. Good evening, Joseph. Nice to see you, man. So, Crystal Palace, Franca and Chauba are nearing returns, but are aiming 6 rather than 5. Ducore joins them on the injury list. That's bad. Riyad is out for at least another 2 months. That's bad. Brentford, we've not seen much new on the injury front, but the Brentford boss already told that Wissa would be out for 2 months at least. Hickey, Thiago and George da Silva remain out for Brentford. And Rico Henry had a setback. That's not good. Jensen and Nunes may not return before the October international break. Okay. Wolverhampton, Ryan 8, Nuri and Tochi Gomez missed out the midweek cup and have to be assessed for game week 5. Oh man, those two missing the game against Villa and Watkins not being into my lineup, that's hard. Hello David, nice to see you, man. Oh, Mosquera had also been upset but appears to be fine. Okay. Traore, Moyupiu, Kawajic and Gonzalez remain out. Traore will be out until Christmas. That's a lot of time. Tyler Adams is the only cherry on the long-term injury list. Utara remains a doubt. Kepa is fit. Thoughts on Aston Villa's Onana? He's a good player, but don't expect a lot of goals from him. Like, the things that he's doing currently are okay, but don't expect some returns like with Haaland. But for the price you're paying, it's more than enough, man. Especially if you're on a wild card and if you're looking for a cheap enabler. Who no new injury list, and the rest, no, nothing new. Okay, so now let's do some kind of a research and see if let's see if we can find some things. So this is for Everton, up to 21 in MV Mini League. Nice, Joseph. Nice to see that, man. So we want every Evertonian ones. We want to win games and gain some momentum. Okay. Some pictures. Do we have some pictures training? Making progress in future. Tarkovsky return. Calvert-Lewin is back. So I think Calvert-Lewin is starting. Mikolenko is back. Okay. Can we see if we have a training from Everton or something like that? It's going to be interesting to see. No, that's the stadium. So in training, no, they don't have any training for this week. That's bad, guys. So I cannot rely on that. Let's see Brentford, what Brentford are doing. Do we have some training pictures? Ben Mee, Pinnock, Peters, Jisoo. So we have pictures. So let's see if Mbumu is here. Yes, he's here. Huh. Yeah, Brian Mbumu is here. So he was one of the players that I wanted to bring in. So yeah, Mbumu is here. That's good for me. I want to bring him. Hello, Ricardo. Tell me if I should start Enzo or Tyler Bellis. Henderson, Trent, Robertson, Konsa, Burn, Bellis. Okay. Salah, Semenyo, Eze, Bruno, Haaland, Joao Pedro, Muniz. Yes, I would say Muniz, like right now. And elsewhere, Haaland, Pedro. I would start Harold Beresman other than Enzo Fernandez currently. So that's good. We have Brian Mbumu here. He looks focused, of course, and he will tear up their defenses, in my opinion, going from now. Especially on the counter against Spurs, he can do serious damage. Okay. Who else we need to check? Let's check Newcastle. Do they have a lot of new pictures? No worries, Ricardo is here to help. Okay, okay. Um, the ball glazed his eye. Let's see what the comments are saying. Please let him be fit. We have a difficult away game. Thanks to that's too much for one player. Like nice player. Sounds concerning. Your app is terrible. No sound at the media. Yeah. Yeah. That's just an excuse. Really wants to improve his physical condition. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Honestly, just a blah 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 blah. Nothing too amazing. Oh. Yeah, okay. So let's look at something else. Calvert doing injury record. So last season he got 3 injuries. Yeah. In not a such combined. So he missed 6 games last season. Before that he missed a lot more, to be fair. Like so in 22-23 he missed 17, which is not that good of a number. Probably Calvert-Lewin and Vardy, to be fair, like everyone else. Let me check. So forwards, if we go down to 6.2, Wissa was my favorite, but he is now gone. I was going to go for Wissa, but yeah, Strand Larsen is a guy that I would like to take a look at. But the issue is that he's not the most nailed. No, he's most nailed, but the fixture run is not amazing. So this guy I like a lot, especially from here onwards. I might consider him to replace someone at some point, like Southampton, Everton, Ipswich, Leicester. Especially if I wildcard around 11 or 12, I would pick Strand Larsen as he's playing good. The WAP is not bad, but honestly, Calvert-Lewin, who started as 6 million, yes, and now he's down to 5.9, and that's it. Vardy is another good option, but I will need to check the Vardy injury record. Do you have any news on Inacio? He cooked me in UCL Fantasy. No, I am not looking at UCL Fantasy at the moment. Next week, I'm going to take a look at it. It's time to prepare for FPL as it starts tomorrow, and yeah. But I think Sporting Manager will say something for him and will be okay. So Vardy, one thing that's good for him is that he faces Everton, Southampton, Ipswich in the next 7 games. But the issue is that he faces Arsenal, and I kind of need him for that run of fixtures. So if that is my team, 4-8-7-2-4-2, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so if I take out him and play Vardy, let's say, and sell Sangare for Mbumu, next week I'm going to go away to Everton and I have a player against... don't know, I don't need him in particular. I can do that. But I honestly want to bench Smith Rowe against Forest and just keep him for Everton, probably. That's interesting. Do I need Calvert-Lewin so bad? So the stats for Vardy are 1.4 and he scored 2 goals, but here he did not have a single chance. Wow, Calvert-Lewin got a 1.1 and scored 2 goals. Wow, he didn't have a single shot here. They were so poor. He took a... No, he didn't take a penalty. Here he scored. Oof, it's tricky. So they have been expected goals 6.7, while these guys are 6.8, so it's pretty equal there. Vardy though, is he 90 minutes player? But is Calvert-Lewin 90 minutes player? Initially, I may bench him against Palace. But yeah, if I go that way, let's say. So I'm going to close that as the tops are getting too much. Let's say I bench Vardy. I bench probably Aina and Robinson, to say the least, because here in game week 6 I'll have Gabriel and I'll have Saka. I'm benching both of those guys, or probably Pau Torres. And here, okay, game week 7. Then I bench Smith Rowe, but I play this guy against them as Calvert-Lewin faces Newcastle. So it's not that easy of a fixture for them. Oof. Then they face Ipswich, Fulham and Southampton, while Vardy faces Bournemouth, Southampton, Forest, Ipswich. So basically it's the same run, and it's who I believe will play more. And those are the games that they are going to win for both of the teams. So it's basically a 50-50 decision. Because game week 7, I'm not overly excited to play Calvert-Lewin against what's their name? Against Newcastle. Game week 8. Yeah. Game week 8, he faces Ipswich, but he faces Southampton. I need to see what Vardy did last year. Let me check. Vardy. So stats, injury history. Let's see the injury history. Last season he missed 10 games, which is not good with a knee injury. The knee injuries are keep coming back. Then he, for the whole season, wasn't injured. But he didn't do a thing in the league. So he wasn't injured 23, 24. No, 22, 23 he wasn't injured. And he scored only 3 goals. That's not good enough. He's not getting younger though. Hmm. Okay, if I go that route, defense I don't care about, but the attack, I'm not playing Smith Rowe against Villa. So basically Smith Rowe is going to become my bench option per game week 6, which I'm more than happy to do. Which is completely fine. Because Crystal Palace and Newcastle, I don't like to play Calvert-Lewin there as well. Game week 7. Yes, it's a home fixture, while for these guys, it's still at home, but it's against Newcastle. It's not against a side like... Yeah, Bournemouth is not an easy side to penetrate, but Vardy is such a good striker that he can do bits. So how he performed last season. Last season. Show me. So he scored 18 goals. That's a lot, guys. Well, Calvert-Lewin scored 7. He played less though. Only 2000 minutes. I'm worried about the injury rate, but is Vardy going to be a 90 minutes player now? Let's see. Did they play in a cup? So last time around against Southampton, he scored away. Knee injury. Not in the squad for some reason. And here's he scored another. So against Southampton, he tends to score. So he had a big injury problem here, but I can survive that. Huh. Am I going for Vardy? That is the question. And that's an interesting question. They so far have scored. Oof. What do you guys think? Vardy or Calvert-Lewin? Two home fixtures that I will play him in. And when they play at home, he tends to do semi-well. Not against Villa personally, but still. Vardy. Yeah, I think Vardy as well. Because of the games that I'm going to face. So let's add here just for. I know he's old, but he is that prolific striker. And let's go here and start Calvert-Lewin. I don't care about if it sounds like a hit. But so in 5, I prefer Vardy, honestly, because he's at home. And yeah, home fixture always it's better. In game week 6, I prefer Calvert-Lewin, but here I will have an Arsenal player. So that's a thing, and I can have Vardy on the bench somewhere. And yeah, I prefer that way, and I prefer Smith Rowe to play. Next week, I will have Smith Rowe benched, and I will have here Havertz, and it will be Vardy. Probably a good idea, Ricardo. Let's see if it's Vardy or Calvert-Lewin, but by the looks of it, here I would prefer Vardy way more, honestly. Next week is like the same for both of them, but I prefer Vardy against Southampton compared to Calvert-Lewin against Ipswich. Then it's Forest at home. So this fixture I can avoid. And then here it's a 50-50. So all in all, Vardy triumphs Lewin in fixtures. The issue is he going to get similar points? He has 19 so far, while Calvert-Lewin got an assist, so he's on 22. So yeah, the assist is the only difference, realistically. Like, honestly, that's it, the assist. Vardy, yellow card somewhere? Yes, one yellow card. That's why he got 1 point less. Well, one more bonus, but yeah, the assistance making the difference. But honestly, I would have Everton at home and Bournemouth at home compared to Leicester away and Newcastle away. Both players will be benched in 6 for me, as I will have an Arsenal game or a Crystal Palace game. Then in 7, I way more prefer Vardy against Bournemouth. As Calvert-Lewin's strength is in the air, and with Schär and Burn, I just don't see him triumphing there. They're big guys against Leicester. Okay, I see him, but I see Vardy scoring against that crippling defense. So most probably it's going to be Vardy, guys. I like it way too much to avoid it. Like with Edward there, I know it's tricky, but let me check something. So if I go to SofaScore and if I go to Leicester and if I go way back to the championship, if EFL friendlies, blah blah blah. So against Blackburn, they lost, but Vardy was playing and he stayed for 78 minutes with Iheanacho fit. And now Iheanacho is gone. Here Vardy scored, of course. And he was subbed out in the 75th minute. That's okay. Next up is against Southampton again. He was subbed off in the 82nd. Against West Brom, he was not subbed out. Jamie Vardy hit the woodwork here, would have won easier. Here he was subbed off. Oh no, he was subbed in. So here he got, but it was a 3-day. So the question is, what games do they have? Yeah, Vardy was here, okay. But now, okay, they won already. Oh, no. Okay, this game was postponed. So here a full rest. I think here Vardy is rested. And then against Arsenal he will play. Against Bournemouth he will play. Then he will rest for a lot of minutes. Then he will face off Southampton, which I prefer more than Ipswich as a team to target. Then he will face Forest with 6 days rest. Then it's 7 more to Ipswich. And then I don't care about it, honestly, as I would have most probably sold him or would have wildcarded, or I can play him in both. So that's the thing here. Is Vardy the best decision that I can make? Because here Rogers will be on the bench instead of Smith Rowe. So yeah, I can keep Smith Rowe, and that's not a bad thing because in 6 he will play with a lot of away fixtures though for me. But anyway, it was good for that is now after game week 4. Yeah, Mikhail. Yeah, I agree. It's not that bad you took a hit. I'll have a lot of away fixtures. Don Davis, I'm looking to bring in most probably Vardy for Isaac, to be fair. Because I kinda enjoyed their fixtures more, and I think both teams are equally bad. I just believe that Vardy is just a better footballer, in a sense, if you know what I mean. Like, this guy breeds football and he has football in his veins. So I'm really willing to give him a chance for one last season probably, because next year they're going down once again and he's probably retiring. This game is home for them, so that's a thing that we need to discuss. It's at home. I will keep him as a rotation player. I'm more than happy to do that. Yes, Mikhail, he's good to be captain. If you own Salah, don't go differential there, but if you don't, I believe this is the way. Because here I'm benching Smith Rowe. Always. And I have now more home fixtures. No, the same number of home fixtures to say the least. And I have enough players. And then here I will bring 2 for a hit, which is not that bad. And Vardy is just on the bench, but I have a way better bench now that I can rotate with. In game week 7, the defense looks a little bit shaky. So this guy is off for sure. Vardy will play here, and I will most probably look to replace. Am I replacing Pau Torres or Aina? We'll have to see. Hello, Luis. Nice to see you. Thank you, Luis. Glad that you can make the stream. I'm deliberating how Vardy will look into my team, and you can ask every question that you have, guys, and I will be answering it. So we'll think about them. I think that Mbumo is going to be detrimental for me because he is so Vardy, so Calvert-Lewin is 3% owned, while Vardy is 10% owned. I think that's a big difference. So yeah, but still, if I look at Mbumo, he had a pretty he's way outperforming himself. Oh, okay, Mikhail. If you think so, go for it. He's outscoring himself very much, but he tends to return similar numbers. But he started only 22 times. If he is injury free, that's the game breaker with him. If he is injured next week, let's say, I can safely just select 4 defenders and play in a 4-4-2 because I have Ipswich and who else was in 6? and Fulham, so I can rely on Ipswich. So yeah, I will not be taking anything else. Yes, I agreed on Davis. I like him as a captain. No, they haven't. And they will get one, for sure. Especially now with Carvalho, with Lewis Potter, with Share getting up more there. Because they're a little bit techy guys. And they will take some penalties, in my opinion. That's what I think. Nice, nice, Mikhail. Saka will join my midfield next week as well. But yeah, honestly, I'm more than good to go in game week 7. Huh. So 7 is the issue. Yes, I think so. If you like Havertz for next week, yes. In 7 I have options, and most probably the option is going to be to sell Aina, but who is having a good fixture run? Fixture difficulty rating starting from 7. Leicester? No way. City can be an option. Yeah, I think he's fit to play with. He has been ill, but he will be back into the lineup. Or I can go for Pedro Porro here. Or for a West Ham player. As Ipswich, Forest, Everton, and it will be Collins probably. If I would like to take something there to do with that. Okay, let's say I take out Powell, and I take not Collins. What was his name? What's the guy's name? Human. Okay, Human. And he's here. Yes, yes. And I play Crystal Palace here. Then I go like this. I keep the defenders in. I have Leicester. I have Everton for Robinson, so I can do that. And those players are gone. But I'll have no, I'm most probably saving a transfer for 7 if everyone is fit. So yeah, I will have to take a hit, which is not the end of the world, especially if it pays off now. Hello Cortex, nice to see you, man. Glad that you can make it. Why don't you change your YouTube picture to the one that you use in Discord and X? It looks way better, man. And I would have a fit bench. So let me check for a Leicester. No, I don't think so, Luis. Yeah, here it is Vardy. He's not missing a game. Not that amazing, but sure. Hello, Rihan. Mikhail, I think he has a concussion and they're just avoiding to report it. Edward and scores. I'm interested to see how they will play with Edward and Vardy. I don't think Vardy is going anywhere. But I don't think that Edward will miss games. Yeah, I will jump on the train Cortex for sure. Like, how is Edward performing? Where is Vardy here? Here it is. I brought in Lewin this week and Saka joins from next week. Nice. Yeah, you will lose for sure. Yes, yes, Cortex. Jackson to start? I think so. Yeah, Cortex, I'm most probably going to sell Isaac for Vardy. My other only concern is Edward. Yeah, I think so as well. Only 7 goals. But he played so less minutes than the rest. And he's outperforming his expected goals. Yeah, I think that he is better option than Calvert-Lewin, personally. Other player that I like a lot is Nketiah. Like, he will play in a lot of fixtures, but the fixture run is not that amazing. Uh, no, not about the hype train, Cortex, but more likely the fixtures. As I was reviewing with the stream, like, if we compare both of the teams and we go to the fixture difficulty rating and we see Everton and Leicester. So Leicester face Everton at home. I want to play the home fixture for sure. Then they face Crystal Palace. He is going to be my 8th attacker. And by the looks of it, in game week 6, my 8th attacker is going to be on the bench no matter what. Like West Ham, Ipswich, Forest, Newcastle, Leicester, Leeds, Leicester, and Everton. I will not be playing the forward, so it's better to have Vardy, a little bit less money spent, and wait for fixture, so I can live with it. Then in game week 7, I prefer way more the Bournemouth fixture compared to the Newcastle one, because Everton are strong on set pieces, but Newcastle are just a good and solid team that has a lot of physicality, and I don't see Everton outscoring them, while I see Vardy getting a goal here. Then it's Southampton and Ipswich, basically the same fixture. So it's a 50-50. Fulham and Nottingham the same fixture, and Ipswich and Southampton the same fixture. So it's between. But the fixtures are appealing for Leicester as well. I don't know why people are avoiding them. Yes, that's my plan to rotate him. But he has a better fixture run from 7 to 10 compared to Everton from 7 to 10, in my opinion. They both face Ipswich and Southampton away from home. Leicester face Bournemouth, who are way easier to penetrate than Newcastle. And both teams face Fulham and Forest, who are equal, in my opinion. So I think that the fixture run is pretty the same. And in game week 6, it doesn't matter as both will be benched. So game week 5 is better for Vardy. And from then onwards, yes, you can say, but he loves to play against Manchester United. Yeah, nice, Cortex. Yes, it will be good, but I suggest to go with Mbumo. Don Davis. For me, Mbumo is the main man here to go for. Not to make any compromise on it. Yeah, that's my answer. For 5 million, I'm not expecting a lot, man. So, yeah. This week, I will bring depth into my squad. That's the goal. To bring in depth in 2 weeks, maybe with a hit, but I'm more than happy to do it, as I will have a proper defense apart from a keeper, and I will have a proper mid and proper attack and a proper bench that I can rotate with, as with those tournaments, there are a lot of injuries. Yeah, solid Cortex. I'm jumping on the Mbumo train now, as if I'm getting him for a hit next week, it's better to take him now, like 1 week more for him to prove himself. Like, that's my way to go. And I really didn't want to play Smith Rowe against Fulham, against Newcastle. I think that Newcastle will start to keep some clean sheets. And I have Newcastle covered on the attacking front with Robinson. Semi-covered, but okay. As first 3 weeks were to attack the fixtures and to have the best 11. For me now, it's to have the best squad. Hello, Road to Glory. What chips you think is worth it for this week? None, in my opinion. If I have to be honest. None. Yeah, thank you, Cortex. Thank you. There was a plan to save 3 ones for next week, but this Isaac injury is just getting there. And yeah, stuck with midfielders with Palmer, Salah, Madueke, Luis Diaz. That's a good midfield, Don Davis. First game is actually good for Mbomo return. Yeah, I believe so as well. Even though it's away, last time around, if I'm not mistaken, so transfer marked. Let's see. But if I'm not mistaken, he scored 1 goal. Saka, way more important, man. Clean bill of health, that's good. So if we go to Mbumo and we go for last season stats, come on, let it load. Something is happening with my internet. So Premier League, if we go, what? Oh no, this season, last season. For 2000 minutes, those were good returns. Best striker to replace Isaac, Watkins, Havertz, Vardy, and Calvert-Lewin, and probably Jackson. Okay, but it's a completely new Everton. And Everton without a proper defense and a proper midfield, if you say the least. That's not worrying me at all. Oh no, sorry. So the better way is to... Who would you get? To get Mbumo? Jota. Jota, immediately. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. He will face a weakened Everton side. And that's saying something. Like, what the hell? So here against Spurs, at home, he scored 1. And for a second, he was injured. Yes, Watkins is the best, but I don't want 3 Aston Villa players, Jason. That's the thing. If I bring in Watkins, it's Rogers and Pau. The 3 of them, and I'll have to play the 3 of them, and that's a no-go. And my depth will be questionable. Like, it will be 1 less player, but I want to have 15 fit players after next week, and then I can assess. So that's the plan. Attack the first 3 fixtures, the first international break, then prepare a proper depth for the next 2 periods of international break. So between the first and the second, and the second and the third. And after the third, just focus on tournaments, on players, and we'll have more knowledge. And yeah, that's why I'm here. Those 2 transfers next week for a hit. It doesn't matter. I'm bringing the Arsenal boys if they're fit, of course. If they're not, it's going to be sad. But I'll have 1 million to move someone to someone, maybe Robinson to Timber. It's not bad to have Semenyo to come in, man. It's not that bad. But yeah, Game Week 5 looks really, really solid for me. Raya is still 5.5, so if I cannot get... If Saka is injured for any reason, I'm getting Raya for the Arsenal defense, and that will be it. If Saka is injured, it will be Raya and Havertz. If he's not, it's going to be Saliba, Gabriel and Saka. Would you go triple Arsenal? Yes, next week I am. Yes, Cortex. I cannot reach him in any other way. Exactly my plan. So let me check something if your price changes. So tonight we have Watkins up, Aina up. Finally, Aina up. Yes, yes, I'll get him right back. Rogers is soon to come and Raya is soon to come, which is a little bit worrying. Elsewhere, Fulkrug, Munoz, yeah, Mikulenko is going down, Jota is going down, but to his initial price. Yeah. Tarkovsky, Bailey is going down one more, that would be good investment. Tosin, Kudus, Sar, okay. Oh, soon Pickford will be 4.8, that would be a good goalkeeper to get. So if we go for Vardy, he's nowhere near, Calvert-Lewin is nowhere near. How many players I have playing tomorrow? I can tell you how many players I have. So I believe 8. So I have 1, 2, 3, 8 players tomorrow. Eight guys. No, Dom Davis. I don't like him. He's too much of a rotation risk. I like it way more. Yeah. It's a good number, but you have Brighton player, so that's why. And I'll be playing Aina. I like Aina. It was a good decision to bring him in. Yes, Liverpool agenda, I think so. He's a solid option. No, I haven't. This is just FPL team that is taking my last week's team. No, it's like that. So the bench will be ordered like that. No Cortex, this is the way. Yeah, so -4 for saving a wild card. I think that's worth it. What do you think, guys? Next week to have a -4 in order to save my wild card. Basically 2 players that will most probably bring me gazillion of points in the long run. And remember that the Arsenal defender is staying for forever. Oh, I will start Gine. Honestly. Uis I will start Gine. Yeah, for saving a wild card, this team looks solid. I have the depth and I have the players to cover. And I will be okay. Like, of course, next week I will have to prepare. So for this week, I will have to miss the City Arsenal defenders. But from next week, I will bring an Arsenal defender, yeah. Yeah, Jason, I like that idea. Especially if you're captaining Saka. No, I'm not benching Robinson. Yeah, who is for me, he's better. No, I'm no way near benching Robinson. For me, Robinson is the best 4.5 defender. He is already 4.7. Yes, so yeah. The best 4.7 defender. Like, he is amazing. Timber is a great shout, but not for the long run. That's the thing with him. It's not going to be a good return in the long run. Wow, Gabriel seems as nailed as it gets. I thought that he was going to be replaced for some game time, but no way. Like with Zinchenko injury, with Tomiyasu's injury, I think Gabriel is one of the best players at Arsenal. So I think he will be starting. Yeah, probably it's going to be Vardy. Let me check. So Vardy a clear run here. Okay, let me just duplicate and go for Everton. Yeah, if I had wing back, I would be playing the wing back, but now, yeah, I'm playing the fullback. So McNeil is pretty close, while with Leicester there is no one close to him. If we go to Vardy now, and if we go to Calvert-Lewin, like Calvert-Lewin is way more in the box, if I have to say. Well, this guy is more around the center, so they play more of a counter-attacking side. Cash is never a good option, man. I don't rely on him. So that's a little bit worrying that Vardy is nowhere near the place here against Aston Villa. Was that the case? Yep. His heat maps are a little bit off. While with Calvert-Lewin, everything is around the box with him. He's staying there. In the losses against Spurs, when they got destroyed. Oh, no, that's not the player. Calvert-Lewin was nowhere near. While Vardy against Fulham, again, his heat map is a little bit like not there. What the hell? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Rihan, it's one or the other. So Vardy is not that involved. How many shots did Calvert-Lewin have? So no, I want to see here. So he had 3 shots. That's a lot. Here he had 2 shots. Okay. A lot of crosses happening. Yeah, really. But I think that Leicester will play on the run with against Everton. Yep. He's so clinical. And it's a good shout out to the past. And he's 5.7, guys. Let's not expect the world out of him. It's way more important to get the other players right back in. Like the defenders, the midfielders that will operate, and especially Mbumo. Like, this enabling a depth and an Mbumo. So, yeah, I like that. The issue is that his Isaac got an injury. If he hasn't, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten a depth though, because the budget would be slightly tighter. But this way, a lot of cheap pieces. Duran went up because he has been scoring a lot of goals. Thoughts on Liam Delap? Yeah, I like him. Just not a penalty taker, I believe. I'm not sure. And he gets subbed off early, and I haven't seen anything exciting from Ipswich up front just of yet, so yeah. Vardy, yeah, Vardy is on pens as well. And I think that he can play slightly behind Edward, like Edward will drop the ball to him and Vardy will just run, like he played with Kamada several years ago. Vardy knows how to play football. But yeah, about the lap facts, I think that he's an okay shout out. On the cheaper side, he is one of the best. Yeah, Salah Cup was. Yes, I think he'll start. Yesterday we talked about it, and I think he starts. Oof, I'm in a big dilemma with Vardy, guys, but I think I will give him a shout out for the good old times. Like, I'm using so many cheap players around the expensive ones, but really I got Mbumo, I got Eze, I got Havertz, I got Trent, and I got pretty much settled here. Then I will bring in Gabriel and Saka, so yeah. No, Ricardo, I will confirm it now. Yeah, Cortex. With those three, just don't. Nobody's talking about Swank now. So many forwards to choose from. I think there aren't as many because game week 4 was a little bit cold. Hello, Foreign. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's a little bit early, but still. Yeah, but I think Forest are not scoring enough for me to like them. Thank you, David. I'm mid at the moment, and boom, Mituma, Salah, Roger, Jota, forwards, Haaland, DCL, and Muniz. Should I downgrade Jota or upgrade Jota? Oof. Honestly, I don't know, Luis. I would just save to transfer. Like, you've got the players that I think are a must, like Salah and Mbumo. So yeah, who is my captain? Salah. Sorry for that. I only went with Wood at the start of the season and not Muniz, I would be on a 300 plus points. Yeah, it was a tough decision. Yeah, Rihan, do it now. It's worth doing it now and catching up the first prize rise for him. It's way better to do it now. Oof. 8. Not enough to get 8. I want 9 at least. But it's my cheap forward and Boom is the star here. Like, Brentford will get West Ham, Wolves, Ipswich, Bournemouth. Yeah. And this row at home. Up until I can keep him forever. And at the end as well. Just that whistle blow is huge for Brentford though. If Whistle was fit, guys, oh, it would have been so much easier. I'll just go on Whistle. Yeah, that's a good thing, Whis. Oh, thank you, Brachetkta. Nice to see you. I supported more as well, by the looks of it. Jason, I think it's good to rotate around him. Yeah, hope. Yeah, they have scored. Yeah, and they face Everton, who have conceded way more goals than they should. Like 3, 3, 4. Every game they conceded at least 3. So this game can be a 3-3 and I don't know what the end result would be for that thing, but yeah, I feel like Vardy in those little games is just a menace catch. Yeah, man, that Wissa injury. Oh my god, if Wissa was fit, I was going to take out Isaac for Wissa and would have been done with it. Like, this pissed me off so much. This was the player that was going to cover and boom for 1 week. But no, they had to concede. But now on the brighter side, I will get players for depth, which is another good thing in my opinion. Did you talk to Alf and making video collaboration together? I messaged him, but I commented on one of his posts, but he didn't ring back. So yeah, Jason, yeah, mine as well. But that's why FPL is such a interesting game. Honestly, I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like UCL. Yeah, I think the UCL format is better. Like having 2 transfers per week, making subs during the week. That's just for more engaged managers. And you can blame only yourself for not being prepared. Now you can rely on luck a lot. If you're lucky, you are lucky. Like, that's it. Stats don't matter that much. Not a lot of things matter compared to luck at the end of the road. So yeah, Vardy looks amazing into my team, to say the least. And now I have to rotate. Okay, Luis, if you can make it happen, I would like to go on a video with them. How many points did I have in fantasy? Let me check. 184. 118 is my score. With 3 blanks. And those were hard blanks. Yeah, okay, Luis. I'll be more than happy to go to someone else's videos. So yeah. Don't worry, Mon Kumar Rai. That's not an issue. You have plenty of time. How much points I have? 313, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, yes. Yes, I've heard of them. Yeah, yeah, I need them as well. Could be good, as we are breaking more and more from a template team. And yeah, do you think Everton attacking output is sustainable? No, I don't think so. I think they got a little bit lucky, to say the least. Oh, nice. If they want, they can have me on a show as well. Pedro playing? Not sure, man. A lot of time yet. He might be rested. Nice. It's good to have a good start. It's nice. I had not a bad start either. Okay, guys. However, I think for however long I think about it, I'm just going to do it, guys. Like Isaac out for Vardy and Sangare out for Mbumo. I will need to log the team tonight, as tomorrow I will be off and I will have time to record a single video. So yeah. So making the transfers now. That's the goal here. Make transfers. Was that the plan? Yes. And I confirm the transfers. Nice. So Smith Rowe for Mbumo and Smith Rowe swapped with Pau Torres, saving the team. Yeah, that guys is the team. I will try, but I won't have it for a long time. I need to do some things tomorrow exactly, and yeah, I'll try to catch up. I'll try to watch as many, but yeah, let's see. So I replaced one away player with another, but I brought in a very better home player. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's the team done. Now I have a little bit more of a differential side. Yeah, okay, Jason, yeah, I like. Oh, do you guys have any final questions? Yes, I think Liverpool agenda. Do you guys have any other questions? Because I want to go and to prepare for tomorrow, as it's going to be a long day, and I'll have to record a video now for my deadline chips. So no final chips initially. So yeah. Uh, yeah, a lot of players are differentials, way under 10% currently. Havertz not, but yeah. Aina is here. A lot of players that I like, not Henderson, but all the rest are good. Yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. I enjoyed having you for that 1 hour that we had tonight. Sorry for a shorter stream, but I'm just tired after a long week and I want to feel rested for tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be seeing you next week with more videos, so be prepared. And I will hopefully do some streams. Probably David, but I don't have enough space for him. Yeah. Next week videos, I will do a stream for 6, most probably, if I have a stable connection. Thank you to Cortex, and then I will have a stream for UCL deadline. So yeah, we'll have a good time next several weeks. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you soon with more content, but for now, I will be heading out.